Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the east spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of Fixing Stupid of REBRN, and that's my NA account. Well, this Hummel has actually got the stock gun, which is the top gun on the Gorilla, the Tier 5 German SPG. And the reason I'm actually mounted this gun is it's far easier to mark this Arty with the stock gun than it is with the top gun. And I've taken a quite forward position on the map, trying to get shots on the enemy. In fact, actually I'm firing around into the spotting bush up the other end of the map just to check and make sure there's nobody there. If there was somebody there, they get killed. The MT-25 got wiped out in the south, so I'm going to fire another round in there just in case there was somebody there. And he might have been wounded the last shot, but this shot will make sure of him if he is still there. Nope, there's nobody there. So instead I'm actually going to aim for the Hellcat. Over by the water side you can see a T-34-85 has prevented him getting round the corner, but he's now kind of stuck here because if he moves forward the T-34-85 gets him. If he pulls back he actually exposes himself and goes into the water. So I aim around in and he's out the game. So my first kill. Now there was an AMX 1357 seen in this spot here. I'm aiming blind. I'm pretty sure that that AMX 1357 hasn't pulled away because the T-34-85 saw him. Rounds out. And that hit something. There's definitely a tank there because there was no explosion, so we know we hit him. The T-34-85 is probably badly damaged by that shell. The 15cm shells, oh there he is, he's running and he's lost half his hit points. Now these 15cm shells will do 540 alpha and penetrate 38mm of armour. And the MX 1357 doesn't have that much in the way of armour, so he probably did suffer a pretty big hit. Now our AMX 1357, in fact actually it's an AMX 12 ton, is trying to kill this SU-130PM, and I've just hit him and taken 239 hit points out of him, but unfortunately the AMX 12 ton comes up to try and kill the SU-130 and he's still loaded with a 13cm shell and the AMX 12 ton is no more. Now I fire blind in there hoping that I can catch that SU-130PM again, but it appears that he wasn't there when I fired in. I thought that he might come forward a bit. I will try another shell, see if I can catch him. Rounds out. Nope, just an explosion. The SU-130PM has probably pulled away. Anyway, there's some enemy tanks up on the hill, and I can see that on the minimap. And although I'm actually still looking to see if I can get around into that SU-130PM, fire another one in. Nope, there's no joy down there, so I have to go to the hill and help my teammates up there. And we can see some enemy tanks. A T-43, he gets wiped out. And now we've got a King Tiger captured. And that's the Tier 7 American heavy tank. Okay, I'm loaded. Rounds out. It hits the front of the King Tiger for 196. Tracked him. He's probably still there, but they just can't see him at the moment. Getting ready for another shot. It's quite a quick reload with the stock gun. Waiting for sight of the King Tiger, but down in the south we notice a Cromwell B has appeared, and the T-34-85M is, well, T-34-85 is stopping the Cromwell B from coming around the corner, but out comes their T-34-85 and I hit the Cromwell B with a penetrating shot for 557, but we lost our T-34-85, but the enemy lost their T-34-85M. So we've still got a Cromwell B on that corner, and we've got a Type 62 moving up to try and spot where the Cromwell B has gone. And I got another hit on the Cromwell B for 226 this time. So that's over 700 hit points I've claimed off him. and you can see the Type 62 got hit by the enemy Arty as well, but he comes around the corner and finishes off the Cromwell B, and that removes a very serious threat. Well, up in the north we can see that the King Tiger captured hasn't moved that far, but he's actually backing down the hill gradually. Okay, I'm loaded, dialed in. Now, rounds out on the King Tiger. Right into his side for 148. He's stunned. He pulls forward slightly. I'm lining up another shot on him. There's a lot of fire being exchanged between the tanks. Okay, I'm loaded. I fire ahead of the King Tiger, but he doesn't pull forward enough. So he's managed to dodge that shell, but he might not dodge the next one. He's down to 360, or he lost 368 hit points. He's down to 79, which makes him a one-shot kill. And I'm just lining up the shot, getting ready. Rounds out. And he's killed, but the shell would have hit him for sure and taken him out of the game. Now, the SU-130PM was killed in the intervening period, and the enemy still has a Tiger 88 and a Defender. And now the Defender is the biggest threat to our teammates. So I've got to try and take this guy out. I fire around thinking he was going to back up. He didn't. He turned around and dodged that one. So I've got to try and work out where he's going to be and plant the shell there. I think he's still in that neighbourhood, and I've marked the ground nearby where I think he is. Suddenly that SU-100 pops up, and I'm just too far away to do anything. So I'm now moving forwards out of the bushes where I was located to try and get as close as I can to the enemy so I can get shots on them. I noticed the M44 and the Tiger off in the woods, so I've moved even closer still, and now I'm aiming at the Defender again. Okay, rounds out the Defender. This one claims 93 hit points off him. Still marking the target for my teammates to let them know where I'm going to be hitting next. It used to be so much easier in the old days where you see the down arrows pointing at a target, and that would let you know that that's the target that Arty was going to hit next. Trying to work out where he's going. He dodges that one. He prompts me to fire, and then he pulls back and only gets stunned. Meanwhile, the Tiger 88's come into sight. Lining up a shot. Trying to work out where he's going and still reloading. He's side on to me now. Rounds out. And a nice hit into the side for 109. Now he's backing away, turning as he's moving, and that does help a little. But when you stay still to take a shot, that's when you become vulnerable. And he's killed before my shell arrives. Okay, I'm loaded again, going after the Defender. Rounds out. And that hit the target bang on. And you can see that because he's stunned. He's now taking damage whilst he's stunned. Okay, he's got rid of the stun. Now I've got to try and plant another round into him. He's getting no respite at all because I'm not going to let this guy go. Another direct hit. Only 27 hit points this time. But our guys are closing in on that position, so it won't be long before he finally gets hit by a shell. I'm moving closer. I need to get close enough so I can get a direct hit on the target. You may notice I moved forward, staying in the aim view, because I didn't want to miss any opportunity. I knew that I was actually moving through a wood at the time. Our teammates are trying to encourage the Borsig to actually make a move around behind the Defender. And of course I'm hoping that the Dicamax or the Udes will spot him for us. And there he is! Okay, line up the shot, work out where he's going. He moves forward, jinks back, but he takes another 71 hit point splash. The Borsig's moving up lakeside. He's going to come up behind him. I'm going to try and stun him one more time before the Borsig kills him. Rounds out. It lands nearby where he was last seen. He is stunned. He was tracked. And the Borsig finishes him off. And there goes the biggest threat. There's now only 2 enemies remaining. A Jagdtiger 88, the premium one, and an SU-100. Now I'm aiming in the general direction of where the SU-100 is spotted. He's by the church. And he's sitting behind the church, which actually makes him rather vulnerable. And the Borsig takes that kill, no problem whatsoever. And that just leaves the Jagdtiger 88 now. And I'm going to try and move as close as I can without getting spotted by the Jagdtiger. I need to get as close as I can to make absolutely certain that I can get an impact before he's taken out, because my team are going to be all over him the moment they spot him. And there he is. Okay, gone straight to the aim. And before I can shoot, the Borsig takes him out of the game, and it's a win. And let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how I managed to get on in that one. It does it again. Okay, we got the end of battle results, and you can see it was my first Ace Tanker in the Hummel in that game on this account. You know it's the first one because you get the scrolls underneath only once on the first occasion, and after that it's just the laurels around the M. I also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. I managed to get 13, and at least I think that's a 13. My eyesight letting me down again. No, it is a 13. And I also managed to get a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And my win rate from the battle was 4,033, which is Super Unicum standard. But let's have a look at team scoring and see who did what. Well, the highest damage was actually done by the UDES-03. He got 3,472 hit points of damage. He picked up a Brothers in Arms, a high caliber, and a tank sniper out of that game. And that was Tank Tiger Alamein. And he was in platoon with the Borsig, lo and behold, and he got the Brothers in Arms as well for getting at least 3 kills and 1,644 hit points. When it came to me, I got 2,485 and only 1 kill, unfortunately, which puts me a little way down the table because the highest scorer in the game was the Jagdtiger 88. He got 4 kills, 3 kills to the UDES and the Borsig, getting the Brothers in Arms, 2 kills to the T77 and the Type 62, the other Jagdtiger 88 on the enemy team, and their defender. And I only got the 1 kill, unfortunately. But when it came to base XP, I was actually in 2nd place behind the UDES, who got 1,027. And then I picked up 1,002. And we were the only 2 players to get over 1,000 base in that game. 834 for the T77. I fired 22 rounds in that game, got 10 direct hits, 2 penetrations, and 12 splash. I think if you look at the penetrations, you can see that they were actually on the Cromwell B, who suffered 783 hit points of damage. And the AMX 1357, the blind shot that I fired in, actually did strike the target bang on and took away 592 hit points with 1 shot. So that was a penetrating round, and it did a max, well, not a max roll, but a high roll. And of course he suffered quite a lot from that. Let's have a look at the rest of the damage report. 12 splashes in that game out of the 22. Damage of 2,485 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, did 416 hit points of stun assist of 13 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 54,720 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 43,610 credits. I received 1,503 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 1,000 for completing the mission and events, and 1,503 from personal reserves, so I took away 5,509 experience points altogether. I congratulated both the Udes 3 and the Borsig on a job well done, because they got 6 kills between them, and that's 2/5 of the enemy team. And I let Tank Tiger Alamein know that this would be up on video, so he could actually check the video out for himself and also watch himself in battle from above, taking out the enemy. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.